This is going to be like a simple evolution of the basic hand game. So now I'm just going to say, I'm going to keep the hand here, and as I get in range, I want you to hit me as fast as you can, as comfortably as you can. And first, I'm just going to say, kind of almost time it in my head, so I relate my motion to now.
Yeah.
Then I go, okay, if I know he's going to hit me then, can I pause a touch early and then hit him? And then I go, okay, if I know he can hit me then, can I maybe drift this way and then come in and actually attack his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or could I go something tricky and just change hands?
Yeah.
And then if you start adding more baits and more interesting stuff to this, where you might go, I'm going to fake hit, then I'm going to hit, then I'm going to hit, then I'm going to hit.
Yeah.
It becomes a game of not can I get my exchange off?
Yeah.
Can I do this? It's more, I know roughly where the opportunities for attack are.
Right.
Can I cover them before you do what you want to do?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And it gets, you can see that right now I'm going quite wide.
Yeah.
As you get better and better, it becomes more and more narrow where you're just getting enough.
Yeah.
Because essentially I want to run through you. I don't really want to spend too much time with you because battlefield wise, this is where I'm going to die.
Yep. And even as you made it smaller and more subtle, I could tell every one of those instances you're winning that exchange in that moment.
Exactly.
So
and I don't know how well it picks up on the camera, but the difference between an inch or two is quite significant when the person is doing this to your face.
Yeah,
now
I feel like it's a situation where it's like this, and all of a sudden the danger is here, and
then if you if you double up, so I want you to like maybe hit this hand and then hit this hand kind of thing.
Got it.
What I want to start doing is going, can I play with this? And move around the punches.
Absolutely.
And that would be me thinking 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
But you can see how it might go from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 until...
And now you're really controlling me effectively.
And I'm controlling you. And the idea at the end, like Gurudev's sort of dueling level, and this is where I say it can look like dueling, it can look like he just comes in and stabs you.
Right.
Is that he's no longer paying attention to you, really. He's paying attention to the idea there that you're somewhere in this vicinity, and he's going to move in a way that he protects the line, stab, kind of thing. And you can see this is, you could apply this to anything.
Yeah.
You could take this movement and go, now I'm going to do my HEMA, whatever movement, but I'm going to do it not from the attack. I'm going to say, can I do it just with the body first? Can I do it with the timing? Can I do everything right? Loads of redundancy. And then when I'm 100% sure, then I put my attack in.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a much more, this is what I mean by it becomes more of a heuristic difference. It's not really a physical difference.
Right.
It's just the operating system, and your understanding of safety and danger is no longer safe, danger. It's more like safety, danger, safety, danger, safety, danger kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's totally based on how you're moving. And because you've got this level of, I guess, first-hand information, I know where you are, I know where I am, I know how fast I'm moving, I can be extremely accurate. I mean, one of the things I like to remind people is that, humans can catch a ball out of the air. They can, you can bat 100-mile-an-hour thing with a baseball bat.
You have that capacity to do that.
The capacity for timing with humans is extremely high. When someone's good at it, they can throw you off so effortlessly.
Right. And also, I would flag that it's not even an intelligence thing. It's really like you're training habits. You're training
this is it.
responding to cues. So really, unless you have like a physical limitation of some sort, I feel like this is very universal.
This is it. And you can see what I mean, hopefully, by acuity. It's not the physical difficulty. It's that you have to have a sense for it. And just by getting a baseline, just letting people hit you a few times, getting that desensitization, get a bit scrappy with it, then you go, okay, now he can be as scrappy as you want, but I want you to slow down. I want you to try and just feint him, but just slowing down a touch. And touch him, but not doing it by overstretching. I want you to touch him like this, where he's totally uncomfortable with this situation.
Why are you in my personal space?
Exactly, and this is the way you get the idea of, you've got the dal and then the guitar. So the sword is there, but really I'm trying to get to a position where I can punch you and just keep going, because the cutting through armor is risky. You might mess it up.
You know what? So slight tangent, and we can do this in another segment if we need to. But so we just came back from a visit to the Royal Armories, and one of the things that they actually showed us was like several patas. Are you familiar with patas?
They're
blades, like the guitars,
swords,
right? But like much longer, sort of like encased grip, and usually the grip is kind of like a
it's like a gauntlet kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet,
but it's like fixed,
and it's a long blade, which it's not clear to me if it's a cutting blade like this or if it's thrusting. I feel like you could potentially do both.
This is
are you familiar with that?
So
at all?
So this is That's a high level weapon, by the way. So that's like out of my range.
Okay, okay. But
the,
even to just kind of like, what would you do? Yeah.
The concept is, a lot of people think of them as punch daggers, in that I'm going to go here and then I'm going to punch.
Yep.
But you'll find with a lot of Indo-Persian blades and stuff, though, you know, some are made for armor piercing, they're damasced, you know, they're quite brittle. So instead what you do is you have a position, you like line things up, and then when you get your line, you walk your entire body through them. And then the idea is to push the blade into them whilst you're moving out the way, and then ideally pushing them out of the way. Like, you don't want to get into a position where you go, and then we start stabbing each other. It's more just, I'm going to go stab and then launch you as far that way as I can while me and my mates keep running. And
can I just say that makes me extremely uncomfortable?
It does. It does. Yeah. It does, especially when you start, and these are the things where I spoke about, like pressure.
Yeah,
in that
100%.
You can feel it in that. And if I had a blade now and I was doing the same thing, but I was specifically with my body language and my timing, making you, I'm going like, I'm going to cut that, I'm going to cut, and I'm making you feel uncomfortable. From a third person's perspective, they'll go, oh, why isn't he fighting back? And it's like, he knows that if he goes for this cut, I'm going to stab him in the throat before he even knows, before he knows consciously. It's like his survival instinct kicks in. And this is what they talk about when Gurudev talks about, you know, fighting against the intentions and the feeling, as opposed to waiting for the attack and trying to deal with it. It takes too long.
Right.
And that's like a nice little short demonstration of that kind of stuff.
Like I said, that was fantastic. I don't think I've ever felt that good about feeling uncomfortable before. So thank you. Thank you.
That's all right. Cool.